Welcome back to Live It Fit Now. Did that? Now try this. Maybe you've tried something before in the past to lose weight and get in better shape, and it didn't work the way you thought. We want to show you why that happened and what you could do to change it up to get in better shape starting today.
Maybe you've counted calories. Maybe you've portioned or weighed food. Maybe you've tried fad diets and it just doesn't seem to work, does it? Those calories just don't seem to be quite as important as we all thought they once were. The amount and exact portion of specific food items don't quite matter as much as we all thought they did at one point. Things have really changed and we have some really cool information to share with you.
I'm going to say when I do private consultations and most people have a higher weight or body fat than they want, they usually tell me that they're very excited about weighing their food on a scale. Something they really look forward to doing is measuring it all out and portioning it and seeing what the dial says.
Sounds terrible.
Isn't that how you'd spend like the weekend?
That's a job that we hate as chefs, is portioning food and weighing things like that. It's terrible.
If you've ever done that before, you had the best intentions, you really did, and I want to commend you for that because I think you were trying to do the right thing, and you're probably thinking if you counted calories, if you ate less, if you went on a diet, if you could just restrict yourself as much as possible, that magic would happen. And most likely it didn't happen. The reason why, of course, is because all calories are not equal. I know the scale might tell you that it is, but it doesn't react in your body equally. Some foods are just plain different.
Yeah, exactly. When we portion meals for our private clients, we pay very close attention to one ingredient that goes into the meals. It's any type of grain carb. So like a little portion of sweet potatoes or even brown rice or couscous or quinoa, those 100% whole grain items, we pay very, very close attention specifically to those portions. When it comes to the chicken or the broccoli or the other green fibrous vegetables or the other lean sources of protein, I'm not so concerned. I'm really not concerned about people eating too much of that. But you know, it's funny that you said that people ask you about calories in these questions and consultations, because the number one question that I get is, how many calories should I be eating a day? Isn't that it? I mean, that's like the big question that everybody has.
Get that a lot. A lot of people still think it's calories in, calories out. You would think so, other than the fact that all calories aren't utilized by the body the same way. Now, for example, you might think that these 100-calorie packs would be a good thing. It's really restricting the amount of calories that you're taking in at one time. I can promise you, if you take in 100 calories of cookies or brownies or whatever they're putting together,
do they make a Pop-Tart one?
I'm sure they do, or Keebler's or Elf Fudge. I'm not exactly sure what any of these, you've had them all today, and a lot of those things will raise your blood sugar level. It's more important that you're looking at your blood glucose level. If your blood sugar level goes up too much, your body has no choice but to try to get the sugar out of your vessel wall. Otherwise, it will injure you internally, but it has to take it and it has to store it as body fat. It puts it in storage. I have a glucometer right here. This is something relatively small. You can just put it in your pocket. Years ago, my grandmother had a glucometer that was the size of a laptop. You know, it was huge. Now, you put it in your pocket, you can pull it right out, and you can measure your blood sugar. If you really want to see how much your blood sugar changes, pop it open, take out a test strip, put it inside after you eat the food. Now, it does depend what food you're eating and what time of day it is. I usually recommend maybe 10 minutes if you're eating a single item to up to 30 minutes if you've had a whole meal. And literally, with a little lancet here, load it up, get a little droplet of blood. After the blood comes out, touch it up right up against the wick, let it go up, and in a couple seconds, it will give you a result. 103.
Yeah. Good. It's perfect.
103.
Midday? Yep.
Middle of the day, I want to stay between 80 on the low end, 120 on the high end, 100 being a pretty normal baseline number. If I could stay within 100, I'm doing pretty good. My blood sugar is not going to go up too much, and I'm not going to store fat. So when people come to see me for private consultations, super important we figure out what their blood sugar is doing throughout the day.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think it's awesome, first thing, that you were willing to bleed for the health and wellness of our viewers.
I will bleed for you.
I give you a lot of credit on that. Awesome. And I do really appreciate that. Now, I'd like to jump over into the kitchen and share some of our favorite recipes.